Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Bitesize, our Monday live stream that we have here on 40 Runs. The greatest. No, it's not. But anyway, welcome along. Hopefully, at some point, we get a live audience. We'll see if anybody turns up tonight. But this is our Monday sort of hangout with you, our subscribers, our shoe geeks, our friends, our family, should we say, on a Monday night. And then we do this, and then we do a Friday podcast, the award-winning podcast on a Friday, which is sort of more coaching related stuff. But I would say if you've got any coaching questions or anything, just stick it in to the comments and that kind of thing. We'll do that. I have realised that I don't know I think it was the rain, but I've got like this thing here from yesterday. I think that was from running in the rain at the Great North Run. I was wiping my eye so much. It's like salt and water and wind and all sorts. But anyway, so there's that. Random. But yes, how are we all doing, people? So I say, welcome to the Monday show. This is a chance for us to hang out. I will be going through all your questions and comments. If you have any, let me know in those questions and comments as you join us, whether you want to talk about running shoes in general or whatever. So what's going on this week? So I've got a couple of shoes I can show you that we've got that are not under embargo anymore, so that's all good. Some of the stuff that's coming out this week, we've got a ASICS video. I think that's tomorrow. Meta Speed versus Meta Speed. Edge versus Sky is tomorrow, I think. I'm not sure which way I've done it round. I will put out a video on the Tempest 2 on Thursday. That will come out. And I may do, I see how I get on in terms of mileage this week. We may put out another one on Saturday, see how I get on. But it might be I don't know, actually. I've got to check the dates because I might, no, actually, that could be wrong. I may have to wait on that one. But either way, we've got plenty of content coming out. So, yeah, some of the embargoes we've got are lifting soon, very soon, that kind of thing. But yes, so a couple of shoes that we can talk about now. And as I said, I will start here because we've got the Tempest 2 videos coming on Thursday. So this is the Tempest 2. If you've not seen it, Tempest 2's here. There's not really much to say about it, really. It's basically the Tempest. So Tempest 2, because I know some of you people were asking about the Tempest 2. We've got I think some of you eagle-eyed people have already seen the fact that I was in these. But yeah, we've got the Mac X2 from Hoka and more 5. So there's some of the shoes we can talk about that we've been in and will continue to be in and get some more miles in them. And then we'll do some content around them. But yeah, there's some of the shoes that we've got. We've got some others that we can't talk about at the moment, but so we'll do stuff as and when we're allowed to release the videos on those. We will. So yeah, so that's that. I think in terms of shoes and videos, I think you're up to speed in general. It is a busy time of the year in terms of races. Race season is here. It's sort of kicked off with the big half the other week and various other stuff. So be interested to know how you're getting on, what shoes you're wearing, that kind of thing. Super awesome to see so many of you at the Great North Run at the weekend. Thank you very much to everybody who said hello to me at the weekend. That was really cool. A lot of you were saying hello while I was out on course, which was nice. And for those who came to the Shakeout Run, which was good. And just in general, if you over the weekend, I saw loads of you. So thank you very much to all of those people who said hello to me. I genuinely, it really means a lot. I've got to give a shout out because I want to Hayden for sort of helping me with the Shakeout Run and all the volunteering and everything he does for the club. But I mean, what he did with the Shakeout Run was unbelievable, the way he organised it. So I want to give the Hobbit a shout out tonight as well. And obviously the Tobe and the rest of the team as well for the podcast. But Hayden, because he really did such a good, amazing job of organising the Shakeout Run. It was just unbelievable to have that many people to get them all around safely in that lot. It was incredible. So yes, so that's that. I think that's it in terms of whether you're up to speed. So I'm just going to say hello to everybody. If you are joining us, I want you to get your comments and questions into that section, and I will go through them and I'll read them out and I will answer as many as I can. And if you're listening to it back as a podcast, thank you very much for taking us out on your run with you. Okay, right. So that's that. Okay, so DT, hi Fordy. Evening. I ran the Cheshire Half Marathon yesterday and got my first PB. Wow. From 206 to 153 in the Puma Forever runs on your recommendation. Oh, there you go. See, good shoe. Nitro foam in there. Brilliant. Brilliant stuff. So I'm glad that worked out. So that's great news. Mick, how long are we going to be tonight? Good evening, 40. What a weekend. Shakeout was fab. The run itself was awesome. The crowds also. The only thing let it down was getting to the start. Yeah, the start, right? So on the Great North Run, I'm not going to comment on the start because I know some people have messaged me on Instagram about it. I'm going to wait because we have asked Great Run for an official comment. We always like to give organisers or whoever we're sort of, whatever subject or topic we're discussing, an opportunity, a right to reply. I think that's the fairest thing to do. It was an absolute what's it show on Saturday morning at the Great North Run. It was uncharacteristically bad from Great Run. So, but I'm going to hold off and I'm going to wait. So tune in on Friday. And if we don't have a comment from them, we will then discuss it in great detail. And by the way, not this week's podcast, but the following week's podcast is going to be quite a controversial one. I'm just giving you a bit of a pre-warning on that one. So you might want to tune in for that one. But yeah, so we will discuss it on Friday. But I'm hoping they have replied. I've reached out to them. So let's see what happens there. So I'm going to hold off on that one if that's all right, Mick. But great to see you, as always. Ian, epic day yesterday with the 40 crew. Met loads of new friends. Super run. Brilliant. The training's definitely paying off. It must be the coach. You apparently got very good coaching. I don't know who that is. And that's a good shout, actually. Always must remind myself, if you're looking for a coach, coaching or, training plans, whatever, we have our own coaching app that's very successful, as Ian can tell you, and the other clients that we run on the system. If you want an app, but also that coaching element, then get in touch, hello@fordyruns.com. If you can't afford that, which I appreciate, it's a lot of money, but obviously you do get value for money in terms of the output. If you can't afford that, then head over to fordyruns.com/Cooper, and you get a free trial on the Cooper app, which is the preferred app of the London Marathon, which is pretty awesome. I don't know why, right, but I'm sniffing like anything today. I don't know if I'm getting a cold or it's just allergies, but anyway. Here we go. Robert Hammer, how did love the GNR? How did you get? I hope you got a towel at the end. I did get a towel at the end. Robert, watch Sunday's video. Is all I will say about that. I did actually get a towel because I'm a legend. Thanks, Gary. How are the legs after GNR? Great. I was out today, 4 miles, easy recovery run today. Mind you, what was my pace in the end? It felt like really easy, despite running that yesterday. What's my overall pace? Doesn't help. Just says 39 minutes. Yeah, 9:39 per mile. I think it's a bit slow, but that's running around London. So yes, it felt great. But I actually felt I had to slow myself down, which is quite good. So yes, I did, and I've got again. Thank Ben, thank Nick for running with me yesterday. Speedgoat just left me, but yeah, I had a great run with the boys yesterday. Ashley's been to the Bradford Satellite. I'll see you there next year. Yeah, so if you haven't seen, thanks for going along to that. We've got satellite groups all over the country. There's 60 of them. Head over to the fordyruns.com. You can find them. The Puma Nitros at the moment, the Forever Run Nitros are on cheap. So I would pick them up. If you head over start finish, use the code 40 runs, you're going to get them even cheaper. Unbelievably, great shoe, mild support shoe. Fantastic. Even if you don't necessarily need mild support, but you want a stable ride, if that makes any sense. You get the nitro foam in there. It's fantastic. It really is. And it's a really good bargain at the moment. How are the legs? Nicholas, yeah, I just answered that. Yeah, they feel all right, actually. Got 50 odd miles this week. Might be a bit complicated. I've got some personal stuff going on, but I'm trying to get to 50 miles this week. Whether I do it, great. If I don't, not the end of the world. Because I've got Berlin and I've got Yorkshire, so I'm not really that bothered at the moment in terms of my miles. As long as they're about 50, I'm pretty relaxed. I had a bit of a twinge in my hamstring, which seems to have touch wood sorted itself out, so that's good news. Robert, wasn't it a disaster trying to get to the back? Yeah, again, Robert, I'm going to pick that up on Friday. I want to give Great Run a couple of days to reply, and then we'll go two-footed. We will go and discuss that in depth because I wasn't very happy. You can ask the boys. My ADHD was just like, I've done the same thing for 7 years. Like, why change it? Joanne, hi Chris. Shoe help, please. That's what I'm here for. Something to go alongside my Adidas SL2 for longer runs. I love my SL2, but want something a bit comfier. Ooh, Puma Mag Max. I would go for the Puma Mag Max if you're looking for a max stacked shoe. If you want something a little bit lower stacked, maybe try the 1080 version 14, or pick up something like what would go well with the SL2. Depends if you wanted some. Well, the Boston's a bit too firm. No, I would say the 1080 is a good shout. Neo Vista's a good shout, by the way. That's very comfortable, but that's got a plate in it, plastic plate. But that's a great shoe to have some fun in. I really enjoy that shoe. You obviously got the old traditional stuff like the Nimbus and things like that, but that's overpriced. I mean, the New Balance, 140 quid, but it's a very big shoe, and I wouldn't look to do any pace work in it. Let us know what you get. There we go. Here he is. The Matt Nat question is in. After a big race and a big running weekend or experience, do you ever get post-race blues? If so, how do you deal with it? Great question as always, Matt. Yes, I do. I do suffer with that, which is why I'm routinely in marathon training blocks. I do suffer with that a lot. And you'll see that through the sort of busier periods, I'll go race to race to race, which is kind of what I'm doing at the moment. I've got this weekend, I've got a long run to do because we're at that sort of sharp point of marathon training. But, I've done big half, Great North Run, long run, and then we've got Vitality 10K, Berlin, week off, Manchester half, I think like 2 weeks off, Yorkshire Marathon. So I like to keep busy with races. Once that finishes in November, I kind of enjoy the rest for about a month. And then I find myself that I'm ready to start training again. And then I'll jump into a sort of pre-marathon training phase where I'll start picking up mileage, start getting those consistency. I won't be double running. I'll be making even more of an attempt to get in the gym. The days where I would be double running, those double run slots, I'll be putting the gym in there, try and maintain that for as long as I can. That's the sort of thing I'll start to do. So it's usually about 4 weeks. And I do enjoy that period. I particularly enjoy the summer. But it's usually in November. Still don't ever get me wrong, still have events. We've got club events. Like in November, we've got the Christmas light runs. There's stuff always going on. I'll probably pick off a 10K here or whatever there. But that's how I kind of deal with the post-run blues. It's just keep myself busy, keep myself focused on something. Like I've got London and Paris next year. Already thinking about Chicago. So, you know what I mean? I'm already down the road. To be honest with you, Berlin I've already checked out. Because I'm not running a time, I'm just going to go and cock about. Whether I run 3.5 hours, 5.5 hours, I don't care. I'm already checked out. So, I'll just go and do it. Good to see you, Paul, at Park Run. Yeah, went along to Park Run. That was great. Yeah, this is really sad. Someone passed away at the Great North Run. Really sad news that is. That sort of takes a shine off it big time. It's so sad to hear when we hear that sort of stuff. So condolences there. Ashley, I'll be wearing my Saucony Speed 4s. I can take them off. I can't take them off. What an amazing shoe. Yeah, very good shoe. Like I did in that video, I think it's the one shoe that sort of does it all. You know? There's different variations of it. You've got Hyperion Max 2 from Brooks. You've got Boston 12 from Adidas. There's a few shoes that sort of sit in there, but I think the Speed 4 appeals to so many people because of the foam and the setup, the width, the outsole, all that kind of stuff. The upper's fantastic on it. It just kind of works for many, many people. So, Definitely check that Speed 4. James, really enjoyed the Shakeout podcast. Thank you very much. As I said, in terms of organising, Hayden needs a huge amount of credit and a huge amount of love. Okay, Hashtag 2000. Well done, the Great North Run, to all the 40 runners and yourself. Yeah, we sort of took that event over. What's incredible is that it's the largest half marathon in the world, but we were everywhere. It's brilliant. Have you ever run the Great South Run? Yeah, I've not run it. Usually because of the timing more than anything else. Sorry if I'm sniffing and that, apologies. But yeah, I haven't run it because there's usually another race that it sort of clashes with. We have been invited to do it. Whether it fits in or not, I'll have to see. I'm not sure when it is this weekend, but we have spoken about it. So let's see what happens. Whatever happens, there'll be like 40 runs down there, so that's all good. Me personally, I'm not 100% sure the weekend where it slots in October, because I have a busy October, so not sure. Especially because I've got, as I said, I've got Manchester, I've got Yorkshire, I've got some birthdays thrown in there as well, half term, all that sort of stuff in there. So it's always a bit naughty. Shoe rotation question from Chris Smith. What should I add? Thinking about a race day shoe. He has the Glycerin GTS and the Hyperion Max 2. Great shoe. Pace I'm 4:15 marathoner and a 1 hour 50 half. Are you racing in the Hyperion Max 2? Because you've got the Glycerin GTS to mop up all the easy sort of non-pace, bad word, but non-effort elements of your training. Hyperion Max 2 can do general, wear and tear pace runs in terms of like goal pace, target pace. If you're looking to do anything out, can chuck that into some speed. It works well at tempo pace. I'd probably throw in something like an Adidas SL2, a Brooks Hyperion 2, or go and get yourself a race day shoe, like a carbon plated nutty thing, and use that for your tempo, for your like intervals and your hill sprints and your workouts, and then put that into race day. That's probably the way I would go, because you've got everything else covered. 3 shoe rotation. Okay, next question. Again, I'm going to sniff because my allergies, I think it is. Then I'll probably sneeze. Mr. P's got decisions to make. He's got the Manchester half. I'll see you there. Does he go A6 Metaspeed Sky, Brooks Hyperion Elite 4? I pause because I've just thought about some stuff that I can't tell you. This is a bit annoying. Yeah, no, I'll leave that alone. Or the trusty Super Blast 2. Are you racing it, Mr. P, or are you just having a great time? Come back to me, and I will answer that question. Kylie's here. Your advice was so true. Meeting up with all the Fordies. She didn't know, Kylie ran her first half ever this weekend. She went out to have fun, no time pressure, but ended up quicker than expected with no walking breaks. Well done, Kylie. You smashed it. I've seen the pictures. So well done, you. Proud of you. Robert. All right, Fordy. Last week I asked about a speed workout shoe. You kind of poo-poo my selection. I was wondering, what would you recommend for around 150 mark? I don't know Robert, what did I poo-poo? I asked you about a speed shoe and you kind of poo-pooed my selections. Come back to me. Speed workout shoe, £150. I'd go cheaper and I'd get the Takumi Sen, because they're really cheap at the moment to start fitness if you use the code 40 runs. Simon loved his Great North Run yesterday. Ran a PB. Well done. Absolutely smashed out in those pouring conditions. Well done. Evening, Chris from Harry. What other kit is your go-to on race day other than shoes, socks, shorts, glasses, hat, and other essentials? Blimey, that's a lot. For storing fuel and stuff too. Okay, so let's go through race kit. My race kit, head to toe. So I ran the Great North Run yesterday, if you didn't know, the biggest half marathon in the world, 60,000 runners. So on my feet, I had the Saucony Endorphin Pro 4. I had shoe socks, which you can use the code 40 runs, and you can get 4015, and you can get some money off of those socks. They didn't match my shoes, but I have the new version that do match my shoes. So that's good news. So check shoe socks. I then had half tights on from Say Sky. I think if you go over to Andy Forrester Dean on Instagram, he has a code for Say Sky. But I had the Say Sky, I think they're Pace 5 half tights on, which I really like because they have 2 pockets and a zip pocket on the back. Underneath them, yesterday, I had Runderwear on, Runderwear boxer shorts on yesterday because of the wet conditions that we were predicted, because they have like a rubberized thing that so they don't ride up. I then had a 40 runs vest, club vest on, which was custom. And then I had a pair of Aftershocks Pro or Shocks Pro headphones, which I didn't use. I had a pair of Sun God glasses that I didn't wear. They're custom as well, but I wear Sun God. I had a snood, a 40 runs club snood, which again you get on the website. Gels, Kendall Mint gels, the best gels. If you're looking for gels where you don't get the shits, get Kendall Mint. Use the code 40 runs and you'll get money off of those. Head over to Kendall Mint Company. They're the best gels. If you don't want to get the shits on your run. If you can't tolerate gels, although you'll probably be all right with those, they do food and stuff like that as well. Obviously, Kendall Mint cake as well. So check them out. Kendall Mint, you can use the code 40 runs on there. I had a hat on, 40 runs hat. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. Can't think of anything else. Anyway, I hope that helps. But that's basically me top to bottom yesterday. Nicholas, are you aiming for a specific time, Burley? I think I answered that. No, I'm not. After having 6 weeks out of tearing my calf and sort of finding my way through, I had a bit of a twinge on my hamstring this week. So I'm really sort of not where I want to be. I'm a million miles away from where I want to be honest with you. That really has knocked me. Struggling mentally more than anything else with holding pace. I seem to be all right in training runs, but in races I'm struggling. So, no, I'm not going there with any aspiration other than to finish the bloody thing. And I've got the Yorkshire Marathon a couple of weeks later. Any good shoe recommendations you currently run on a treadmill? Yes. I mentioned this in the Hyperion 2 video. Go and check that out. SL2 or the Hyperion 2 from Brooks are the 2 shoes I would wear on the treadmill. The other one, which I think is a bad shoe for the road, but is the Streak Fly from Nike. You can pick them up cheap. And then we go down. Steve from Maine got the Berlin edition of the Saucony Endorphin Speed 4 to run Berlin, aiming for around 5 hours. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, whatever you want, whatever makes you feel awesome, Steve. Great shoes, Endorphin Speed 4. You'll be just fine. Come and say hello to me at Berlin. Looking forward to seeing you. Lee Harrison, thank you very much for making everybody. Thank you all involved for making the weekend absolutely amazing at the Great North Run. Also, a huge shout out to Fordy's organising the weekend. Yeah, as I said, Hayden needs a lot of love for organising that shakeout run to get everybody around there. The volunteers were amazing. Our run leaders were amazing. Our podcast team were amazing. Everybody who had anything to do with it was amazing. Sue, who organised the pub, everything. Can't do it without anybody. So, yeah, just absolutely amazing. I had the best workout of my life yesterday. 15 miles at 6:31 per mile. Loving the full temperatures. What shoe was you in, John? Let us know. Ian. Ian had major FOMO yesterday. Steve, you're late. I'll let you off. Brian had to give up on the Hoka Arahi 7. I'd give up on all Hoka shoes, to be honest with you. Other than the Rocket X2, Max 6 is good. The rest of them, just put them all in the bin. Felt like I was running in a pair of Converse. Some shin splints and felt like heavy blocks. Loving the Go 16 at the moment. Yeah, the Go 16 is good. I have got the Park Run shoe. I don't know if you saw that on my Instagram. But I was lucky enough to get a pair of the Park Run shoes. Ghost is great for up to like 3 miles Park Run. But then after that, you want to go Ghost Max 2. Personally, I would go Ghost Max 2 over the Ghost. I just personally prefer it. I think it's a great show. But get out of those Hoka Arahi stuff. Hoka need to sort themselves out. They're just absolute joke at the moment. Okay. No, just bought them. Chris Smith was hoping to use the Hyperion as my temp trainer. Okay. Fair enough. Saucony just launched some awesome new colorways in the Pro 4 range. Yeah, I was with Kelly from our Burnham on Crouch satellite group. She was looking at a bright yellow pair, which just looked amazing. Absolutely amazing some of the colourways at the moment from Saucony. Rob G needs some Saucony Dolphins in his life. Contemplate picking a pair of Pro 4s for 180 for London next year. I would wait and pick up some of those if you're doing London next year. Wait till you get some sales on those. The prices will come down. Yeah, Mr. P, I would go with your metas. If you're racing it, go with your metas. No, there's nothing wrong with Super Plus. Super Plus are awesome. It's the king of the running shoe world, right? But yeah. Okay, HF Prepper. Go back and listen to the podcast I did on the Adidas Pro 4, please. Yeah, we did. If you look on our channel, there's a podcast that's titled, I think, Adidas Pro 4. We did a live stream about them in terms of release dates, when everything's coming out. Michael Sanford, I love you. When's the new Brooks launch? Honestly, it's the fact that you run that fast in them. I'll find out for you. You're such a hero of mine. You really are. Follow up on the speed shoot. Takumi said, any real difference between 8, 9? No. All the same, Robert. Honestly, all the same. Fundamentally the same. I mean, 10 maybe, but the price is like so different. So whatever you can get in your size. What shoe lately have you really wanted to like but didn't quite work for you personally? I'm looking at it. Wait till the video comes. No. No, I'll wait. I'll kill you with suspense. There is a video of a shoe that's coming out that I really wanted to like. And it wasn't even didn't quite work. It just didn't work. But you'll have to wait. I'm gonna keep you hanging on that one. Great question. I'm gonna keep you hanging on it. Don't kill me in the comments, but I'm gonna keep you. I'm it's just there. Okay. What's this one? Hello from Atlanta. Shoe suggestions for a zero impact treadmill. Uh, Again, treadmill questions. I send you back to the Brooks Hyperion 2 and the SL2. And like I said earlier about the Streak Fly. Streak Fly is a terrible road shoe. But at the price, it works on the treadmill. So they're 3 suggestions, Carl. Let me know. Simon, are the Saucony Speed 4s true to size? They are. I'm a UK 9.5 in Saucony. And bar one pair of shoes, they're all bang on. So, yes, they are. How did you find running in the Pro 4s yesterday? Would you wear them if you was going for a faster time? Dawn. I love running in the Pro 4s. I took them straight out of the box, ran them in the worst conditions ever, and had no blisters, which tells you everything about that shoe. I ran very, if you look at my splits, pretty evenly all the way through. The only times I sort of slowed down was when I was like having a gel or waiting for Ben to have a selfie with a policeman or they were drinking beer. I was pretty much consistent all the way through. It's a fantastic shoe for holding consistent splits. If I was going for a time, no, I probably wouldn't wear it. I would probably reach for something else. Maybe something from Asics or whatever. Or Saucony Elite, whatever. Yeah. So I think it's a shoe that's, like I said on the video the other day, I think it's just brilliant at everything. Is it a standout in terms of PB chasing shoe? Probably not. But that's not the end of the world. I'd rather be consistent and comfortable and confident. Yeah. I'm going to sneeze any minute, by the way. Oh, there we go. Right. Matthew. Mick, by the way. Mick, did you tell us how long we're going to be? Matthew. Hi, Fordy. Thoughts on sizing on the Puma DV8 Nitro? They come up narrow. Any Pumas you're looking at, they come up narrow. Okay? Just as a heads up. I have Super Blast 2s and Endo Speed 3s as a good reference points if you don't mind. Yeah, honestly, the Puma stuff at the moment this year, I think they've got a brilliant lineup, actually. I think one of the best out there, actually, because they have something for everybody, and the Nitro foam is so good. But the fit this year is narrow. I don't know why. Okay, so I can't work it out. So yes, just be careful. Great shoe, by the way, that Elite 3. I'm probably going to run them at the Vitality 10K. John E's just reserved his hotel for the Great North Run. That's awesome. Aiden's finally got his Super Blast 2s coming. Love it. Mick said, Big Half and Great North Run same day next year. Do you think that? Yeah, I think that's a stupid decision. I know why they've done it. It's like Manchester. I think Easter screwed like Manchester Marathon, London up, but it's like, oh, you don't get a Great North Run ballot place, so come and do the Big Half. I think that's the sort of thought process. I wish they hadn't done it. I mean, there may be another reason that I'm not aware of. If you're elsewhere in the world, these are like the two big sort of autumn half marathons that take place. It's a little bit frustrating because despite the Big Half course being terrible, I actually like doing it. And I prefer it after this year because they changed the finish a little bit, made it a little bit easier. So yeah, I get confused with it. I just don't see the point. Why? Well, I understand why because if you don't get the Grand North, but I just wish they didn't do it. To be honest with you, but it takes that out of my hands because I'll be at the Great North Run, not the Big Half, and I'd much rather be at the Great North Run than the Big Half, without any doubt about that. Are you guys organising a shakeout or meetup for the Manchester Half Marathon next month? I will go to a park run in Manchester, and I'll put that out on my socials. So if you're not following me on Instagram, it's at 40_runs. We are doing a Yorkshire Marathon shakeout. So if you're doing the Yorkshire Marathon, head over to fordyruns.com under our events, and you'll see that. We're just firming up all the details for that. But that'll be coming out soon. Now we've got the Great North Run done. But I will be up there, and I will be going to a local park run. So if you want to come out, hang out, do that, we can do that. Park run don't like you to advertise to get people along in groups because they don't want tourists and yeah, that sort of thing. Appreciate why, because the volunteers and stuff like that, and the impact on on all that sort of stuff. But yeah, so I'll just put it out which part run I'm going to do. But yeah, I will be up there, but no official sort of shakeout or anything like that. Yeah, unless saying that, I'm yeah, I don't know whether there's anything official I've got to go to. So if there's something that's been going on, I may have to go to that. But I'll let you know. Lewis loves the Pro 3 from Socketing. I found the Speed Force too narrow. Okay. First time a shoe has felt like this. Does it break in? Yeah, it does. It could just be you, mate. I had no problem. Absolutely no problem with the Speed 4. So it might just be you on that one, bruv. Hoka Mac X2 versus Rocket X2. I would always go Rocket X2 for racing. One of the fastest shoes out there. Will you be trying to ruin Speedgoat on a new challenge? I will. In October. You've been warned. Dick's Sporting Goods in the US has the Brooks Glycerine Max release date. All right, yeah. I'm not going to say anything on that at the moment because I don't want to get myself into trouble. I'm not sure what I can and can't say. So, yeah. I could probably check, but yeah. I'll come back next week. I might have a little bit more detail. Sorry, late to the party. Chris, when do you take a caffeine gel before or during the race? I take a caffeine gel. If I'm doing a marathon, I usually take a caffeine gel at 20 miles. That's when I usually take the old Kendall caffeine jobby. And then if I need another one, I might take it. Or I might bring it forward 19 and then go 22, something like that. See how I feel. But basically, any push effort, it'll be like my last gel. If I'm doing a hard effort, let's say, my last gel will be the caffeine one. Unless I forgot my gels, then I get what I get. Thoughts on runner caps? Don't care for them. 43 minutes, Mick. Have you ever heard of a Shoemake Craft? Yeah, we've had Craft on the channel. Although they've sort of disappeared. But they do sponsor. Well, now they work with one of the local sort of running organisers, event organisers around here. I think they're trying to make another push, but yeah, they did send us some shoes, and then they didn't. The sort of people, the team that run them over here are different. Let's say. Oh, I had a really peculiar email regarding the review we did, so I don't really care for them. Uh, Robert, I know it might sound like a silly question, but I use the Kendall Mute gels. But are there any benefits between the caffeine and non-caffeine ones? Yeah, cat. Just research the effects of caffeine on runners. It's all out there, Robert. And the reason I'm pushing that way because I've just seen the time. So yes, there is. Check it out. In terms of stomach, it can impact your stomach, so be careful. Are you in London or Manchester? I'm in London. Everyone reacts differently to caffeine. I personally wait until the back half. Yeah, exactly. Just everyone. But Robert, honestly, just check out that. Good morning from Jesus Christ from New Zealand. Now the half marathon PB. Well done. And then crushed it 2 weeks later of 117. Well, I can't believe you're from New Zealand. I love New Zealand. Which part of New Zealand? I've been to North and South. I absolutely love the place. If I could move there, I would. It's just awesome. Wow, I got to the end of it. Guys, you're amazing. So thank you. That's this week. Randy Mild, well, hang on, I've got a couple more. What modern shoe comes close to a Vaporfly 2? I'd say probably one of the Meta Speeds in terms of speed. I'd say one of the Meta Speeds from ASICS, the Paris versions. I would say close to that. Yeah, check that out. Right, I'm going to go because I'm going to sneeze again. I might even do it before. Hang on. And apologies if I've sniffed and all the way through this. That's just my allergies. But yes, that's it. ASICS video tomorrow, I think. 10+2 videos coming. I'm not sure whether we're allowed to put the other one out at the end of the week. I'll check in terms of dates and what I'm allowed to put out, not allowed to put out. Like I said to you, we've got a couple of shoes that we're running through in terms of the rotation at the moment. I showed you 3 of them. We've got some other shoes that we can't show you at the moment in terms of like embargoes and stuff. I think that's it for now. Don't forget to subscribe. We're trying to get to 22 million subscribers on this YouTube channel. So you need to tell everybody about it, especially in New Zealand, about this YouTube channel and subscribe because we're trying to get to 22 million subscribers. If you want coaching, over at FORDYRUNS.com. If you want some Kendall, use the code 40runs. If you want some Start Fitness code, it's 40runs. I think that's about it. Shoe Socks 4015. Give them a shout because I like them. And that's it, guys. I think that's it. I'm live on Friday. We will be talking Great North Run in terms of the shit show that happened at the start. We will be going through that. So hold tight for that. And then say the following week will be a bit of a controversial one. But I'm back Monday live again on here. And we can talk about whatever you want to talk about. But yeah, that's it for me, guys. I shall see you later because I need to go blow my nose.